Members of the National Association of Nigerian Travel Agencies, NANTA, have urged the federal government on the need to go into strategic partnership with indigenous airlines, as this would encourage market forces to regulate the price of airfares for Nigerians. President of the association, Susan Akporiaye, speaking at a press briefing in Lagos on Friday, explained that the fact that Nigerians now pay as high as $2,000 for an economy class ticket and also change their travel dates for as much as 1.5 million naira to 1.8 million naira is a sad development and unfair to the Nigerian market, as agencies are now forced to either fold up, leave the country, or try to use other neighboring countries to sell to their customers.
The airlines, the IATA, just want everybody and all Nigerians to just see the figure that is trapped. Let me ask all of us a question, and maybe you will ask them, what figure did we sell? Nobody is talking about that. That's why I said the airlines can't deceive us. Hypothetically, if Ghana is owing trap funds is 150, what did Ghana sell in 1 year? Ghana sold 300 million, and their trap fund is 150 million. Nigerian trap fund, hypothetically, Nigerian trap fund is 550 million. You will see, what did Nigeria sell? I do not wonder that they are quiet about that. It's because they want us to be fighting ourselves and fighting our government alone. Why are they not releasing the figure of what the market is making, sold, vis-a-vis? So if you look at it, technically, this market is better. If this trap fund issue was in 2021 when we sold $1.5 billion and the trap fund is $550 million, tell me, that means the airline has more of their money than is trapped.
In this interview with AV1 News, she sheds light on the subject of foreign airlines' trapped funds. So tell us, what is trapped funds?
Trap funds, it's when the foreign airline, has difficulty in repatriating their money, as the tickets sold in Nigeria, back to their home country, because they are not a Nigerian company. They are foreign airlines, so meaning whatever revenue they make, it's supposed to go back to their home country, maybe after expenditure, maybe payment of staffs, their rent and all that. It should be got back to their country. But right now, there's a forex challenge that the Nigerian government is going through. Hence the inability for the airlines to repatriate these funds as at when due and as frequently in the quantity that they want. And let me state here categorically that the process of their repatriation is still ongoing. It has not been stopped by the government, but it's not in the volume that is being expected. So I needed to make that clear. The government didn't stop them. Nigerian government didn't stop them from sending their money. They are not just able to send it in the quantity that they're supposed to send it, and that's because of the low the forex reserve that is depleted, that is very low. And remember, they are not the only ones that require this foreign exchange, the dollars. So many other sectors, the agricultural sector, educational sector, they all clamor for the same thing. Even PTA and BTA, personal travel allowance, we all need the same money. So, and it's now very low. So there has to be some form of sharing, some form of doing prioritizing how it goes out. So we don't have it in abundance to really go. If you notice, they've practically reduced everything, as in they've dropped the capping for a lot of this. Like I heard, school fees has been dropped to a maximum of $15,000 is what you can. Unlike before, that no matter whatever your school fees is, you are able to get at official rate. But now that has been dropped. That's the reason for all that.
Now, is this reason enough for air tickets to triple their prices? But so why has this happened? Why has this been the case?
Well, of course, I don't believe the action is justifiable by the airlines, but that is the reason the airline is giving. You know, what is it? There's this fear of the fall, and that if it falls, they're going to lose money because we sell airline ticket at official rate. And you see that there's a massive over 200 naira difference from the parallel market. So now
200,000 naira.
200 naira.
Okay.
Different per dollar. Over 200 naira different per dollar from official rate and the parallel market. And official rate is what we use in selling. So what the airline is claiming, what they are claiming is that if they continue to sell at official rates, this lower fares, by the time it is time for them to repatriate their funds, and they are repatriating at a higher cost, so there will be a loss. That is one of their major reasons. Hence the reason why they stopped selling the lower fares and they're selling the ones that are like 3 times higher. Just in case there is a fall. There is, what do you call it now? There is a fall in naira to dollar. They don't really lose much. I will give a practical example. The rate in which I sold a ticket of $1,000, for instance, was sold at 400 naira when I sold it. And the airlines are afraid that there will be inflation. So now the airlines are saying, okay, and the Nigerian government, because of the scarcity of the dollars, have not been able to allow me to repatriate the bunch of the tickets I sold for at 400. For instance, if in a month I sold 1,000 tickets at 400 naira, and they're all $1,000 at 400 naira. At the end of the month, I should be able to send all that amount of money at that same 400 naira back to my home country. That they are not able to do. Maybe 5% or 10% of the money alone is what goes out. So now the fear is inflation. If by the time they are about to now repatriate these funds, naira, they are now selling it to them at 500. So they are saying that they will lose 100 naira because it's was sold at 400, and now they are repatriating at 500 because of inflation. That is their reasons.
How much is this trap funds?
Well, from the last counts, which is the last quarter of last year, is $550 million.
Now, compared to other West African countries, what's going on? It appears Nigeria has there's a stronger focus, in the Nigerian market as well.
Yeah, because of the figure. I mean, in the entire world, totally, it's about $2 billion. All over the world. Nigeria alone is $550 million, which ranks number 1, the highest in any country. Yeah, so that's why there's so much focus on us. But then again, like I said, what they're not telling us is, let's have the percentage of that with what the market did. What did the market sell in total? And compare it with what is left trapped. That's the part that they're not telling us. And that is why we feel they are being unfair to the market. And let's not forget, Nigerians, traveling is a hobby for us in Nigeria. And I think the airlines are also taking advantage of that. That because for Nigerians, any amount where you put, they go buy. That's the concept. That's the idea they have about us. Because in some other countries, these airlines fly empty on business class. Nobody buys their business class. Nigeria is the only country that their business class cabin is full. We enjoy traveling, we enjoy luxury, we enjoy all those things, and they know. So they are giving it back to us and use the opportunity to make a kill from us.
What's the impact on the travel agency in figures?
The impact for us, number 1, is the fact that we will not be able to service our client. For instance, the ticket that you would have bought at 300,000, if I tell you to come and buy it at 2 million, will you give me money to buy it? You would not. It's outrageous. 2 things will happen. Either you cancel your trip, you don't go again, or you will give a call to somebody else in another country to get, and the person will get you the 300,000.
And it's been happening a lot.
Exactly. So for us, it's serious loss of revenue compared to 2021 and 2022 when this trap fund issue. I mean, we in the industry, we have lost like $450 to $500 million in terms of revenue, because the revenue for us has dropped by 30% from what we sold in 2021.
Now, what do you think the government can do about this? It's not a new story.
It's not.
This has been happening over the years.
I'm happy you're asking that question. I'm happy you're aware that this is not the first time. You're actually correct. At least from my own perspective, from when I entered the industry, I started a travel agency. I've experienced it twice. I have some of my senior colleagues that have been in the industry for over 3 decades. They have experienced it 3 times. So, and I now looked at it. It looks as if we are usually at this junction in every election here, where there will be a major change of power. I mean, this government is going. That's what I mean by a major change of power.
Yes.
This government is going. Remember, the last time it happened was 2015, 2016, when this government was trying to come back a second tenure. Now they are going, a new, different change of power is coming. It's happening. It seems to always happen between 8 to 10 years. From what I understand, yeah, I have experienced it twice. A senior colleague said he has experienced it 3 times, that has been in industry for a while. So one, take us out of a mono economy. Let us be a multifaceted economy. Let's have more than one product that gives us foreign exchange. 2, encourage indigenous things. Even in aviation too, encourage indigenous airlines, our own airlines that will not have issue with trap funds because they're not taking the funds anywhere. They are Nigerians and the company is here in Nigeria. Let them encourage as many indigenous airline that is capable, that has what it takes and is interested in doing international. Let them encourage them, either by grant, either by some tax holiday, just to encourage. Oh yeah, come. Airpeace is doing well. They need to encourage them to do more routes. They need to encourage Airpeace to come in to do London, do Dana, Ibom Air. Let them encourage anybody, any local carrier that has what it takes to do international. You can imagine if we had our own 5 local carrier that does London, US. We won't feel this impact the way we are feeling. I probably won't be here talking to you because they won't have a trap fund issues. They will not have any reason to restrict myself.
Yes.
I will be able to sell everything. So if the foreign airlines are restricting me, I will just move over to this one. Nigerians will equally be very happy. You can still travel on your 300,000 naira ticket.
Absolutely.
It's just that it will not be on a foreign airline, it will be on a Nigerian airline.
Which would be fantastic.
Fantastic.
So what are the foreign airlines doing? Have they responded so far? Have you engaged them beyond press conferences?
Oh no, even before we even had the very first press conference, the very first thing we did when we woke up to this sad reality is to visit the airlines one after the other.
And you did.
And we did. And the purpose was, you know what, you guys, I mean, whatever the case is, you should have given us a heads up. We just woke up and that was it. That was not nice. I mean, we visited them and told them that if we are truly partners, you don't treat your partners that way. Irrespective of whatever the issue is, fine. Is the problem at hand affecting you one way or the other? Oh yes, it is. I'm not going to play down on the fact that it's also affecting the airlines and all that. But they didn't accord us the due respect as partners to give us heads up and the opportunity to even profile temporary solution to the problem. Because for every problem, it's not a dead end. It might look like a dead end, but if you sit down, look at the problem very well, look at all the angles, brainstorm, you will see one small window that you can leverage on at the time being until the problem is resolved. And that was the part for us at the airline that we really did not appreciate. They didn't give us heads up. We just, boom, woke up to this reality on the name of, and it's like they don't care what happens to us. It's all about them, as in it's my own interest. For me, if it's my case, I will carry you as my friend along.
Yeah, as a partner in progress.
As a partner along. That's what I would have done. I will look out for myself, but in so doing, I will call you as my partner and say, this is what I want to do. And for all you know, you might have some form of relief for me. I mean, I can be telling you that, you know what, I don't see a way around it. And you can say, you know what, I see a way around it. Try this and you will see it will be a win-win situation for both.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful having you on the show. We look forward to having you back. And we look forward to having you back with results.
Yeah, my fingers are crossed and we are hoping. And, no condition is permanent. No problem lasts forever. It will end. What I am after is not just for it to end and resurface again in another 8 years. It's to end and end for good.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.